from Starkville, Mississippi, where the Bulldogs are looking for their first ranked win since 2024, taking on a top 25 Arkansas team that has yet to lose back-to-back games this year. The pair of wins against Texas and Oklahoma, they've since gone 1-6 with just the lone win against LSU. And Arkansas wins the tip in the road white. Mississippi State in the home maroon. Our officials: Bart Lennox, Chuck Jones, Anthony Jordan from the hump. Led, of course, by Josh Hubbard. Inside Quincy Ballard. Achor has been a revelation during league play, and he gets the scoring started for State.
Ballard, rather, did a good job catching that ball and dropping it off to Achor. Good start for State.
Here's Billy Richmond making his fifth start of the season, rejected by Ballard. Got his own miss. Back out Thomas. Way long on the three, and the rebound hauled in by Sean Jones Jr. Coach at the hump.
Well, he's got another talented squad. And you talk about short-handed, but not short right there on that mid-range J. Is Hubbard making a really decisive move.
One of the league's top scorers.
Well, he's tough to start. And he has a supreme level of confidence.
Whoa, get that out of here. Trevin Brazil, and back the other way. Billy Richmond on the lob. It's top 5 in the country for Arkansas. Hubbard in the mid-range. Good start for Mississippi State's leading scorer. Richmond, his first shot is good from the top of the key. Jones, good bounce pass and Achor with the hands. The Sanford transfer by way of Kansas State. Richard has been better in SEC play.
He did a really good job right there of meeting that pass on the bounce.
And Acuff is on the board for the first time. McGee way off with a three. Ballard thought he was fouled. And here comes Brazil.
Good job by Mississippi State setting a wall in transition.
Arkansas's first lead at 9-8, 4 minutes into the game here in Starkville. Inside Ballard, set back by Brazil, his second block. Thomas on the floor defensively, and it leads to Brazil down the floor, missed through the contact. Back up to Ballard, took the bump, and they count the foul.
None bigger for Mississippi State right here with this challenge against, I see that right there with a beautiful alley-oop up the top. Malik Ewing. Threats all around the court for Arkansas, and Richmond's a league-level passer, and he got beaten with that first step, and he was all he needed to throw it up top for the alley-oop.
Not found the answer, particularly late in games.
This team's been competitive, but they have to relearn how to win games late, and it's going to be difficult when you got a guy like Trevin Brazil, who's on fire early on from deep, and off to a good start. But it's going to be how you finish for the Bulldogs.
3 to shoot. Thomas cutting in the lane, and the floater is good to beat the horn.
And that's really good job by the freshman Malik Thomas.
Chris Jan's team, whose offense has struggled at times over the last 2 weeks. Almost picked by Acuff, 5 to go. And Hubbard, starting hot from the floor, is 3 for 3.
The defensive intensity has picked up with this lineup in the game for Arkansas, but Hubbard says with good D, it's better with a beautiful finish.
Richmond right back the other way with a left hand.
A lot of finesse with the soft touch shots in the paint and the creativity when they get around the rim.
Acuff lob, and there's Brazil snatching it over the top of his defender and throwing it down for 2. Freshman of the week in the SEC, that ties the all-time record. Another lob, baseline jam for Isaiah Sealy.
You see Acuff going, and he's pointing. Brazil pointing right up top. And all you got to do is throw it up high. And Trevin Brazil, you can see it with the elevation and the beautiful finish. And the unselfish play have resulted in highlight-type plays right there. The Razorbacks flying high on the road.
The leading scorer in the SEC, the leading assister as well. And there's another block for Arkansas. It's Sealy. Did not draw iron, and a shot clock violation.
Might be what the Bulldogs need to get going.
Hubbard started the game 3 for 3, had his pocket pick there. Up ahead, Acuff takes it to the cup and lays it in. Thought there should have been a foul. Boy, have we seen that over the last 5 minutes. Ballard had it poked, but a late whistle. John Calipari doesn't like it, neither does Trevin Brazil.
Yeah, it looked like a lot of ball on that one as Brazil came down on that trap. But nonetheless, yeah, that looks like a lot of ball on it. Maybe a little bit of hand for Ballard. But with 2 seconds left in the shot clock.
A couple of early buckets for Josh Hubbard, Mississippi State's leading scorer. He's been quiet since. A lot of doubling on the perimeter, leading to a breakaway, and Thomas pays it off. A 10-0 run.
Shoot the gap and get an easy steal. And there you see Malik Thomas executing what this team has worked on.
Numbers for Arkansas with Hubbard down behind the play. Acuff switching hands. Counted in the foul.
You talk about elite level athleticism. Look at that with the right hand switching it over to the left in the traffic. My goodness. Just take a look at this. Beautiful work by Darius.
Good spin there by Hubbard. Pirouetting the sideline, up and under. And that stops a 13-0 run over the last 4:45. A chance at the and one. Here comes Epps. Still scoreless. And remains that way. Malik Ewan with a volleyball spike out of bounds.
The defensive intensity still high for the Razorbacks. In the last 5 seconds, switching the defense.
Jones. Boy, what a nifty shot. The tap back is good. Mississippi State needed that bucket.
It could be available if you head up and you look.
Epps shuffles inside to Jamarion Davis.
Look at the pace in this two-man game as Epps is able to drop that one off. And a beautiful finish by Davis Fleming in the paint.
Once over the last 7 games after beginning SEC play 2-0. They've been right there a couple of times, including at Missouri over the weekend. What a move by the former walk-on, Sean Jones Jr.
And that's just a strong individual action right there by Sean Jones, who's a little bit gimpy after making that move. And Malik Thomas with the answer in the corner. You swing that one back over to Achor, you might have a wide open look.
Brazil took the bump and the foul. Wore number 2 during his first 2 seasons with the Razorbacks. Switched to 4, now playing with 7. Achor makes the first 3 of the game for Mississippi State. Jones inside, and Jamarion Davis Fleming lost the handle. Acuff in a flash, banks it in.
And you see the missed shots. You got a bunny that you missed. And he misses that one, and they make you pay because they can get in the end in a heartbeat.
Achor floater is good. Finds Achor. They reset the shot clock. Here's King Grace. Freshman was blocked by Brazil. Ball on the deck and last touched by the Arkansas big man, who's now gripping his left foot.
On this contest here, as Grace got to shoot the first one. The jab didn't work, and you see that beautiful extension in length.
7 first-half blocks for the Ewan. Bounce it off the foot of Achor. Here comes Epps.
That's one when State had numbers. You got to take advantage of the break.
Double team comes. Poked away by Thomas. Nearly scooped up it was. Thomas with 4. Acuff with 2. Buries a 3 before the horn. Deadly from deep.
Was able to make, and they got it done with the defensive pressure, and the Hogs are off and running, and the presence of mind by Acuff Jr. to line one up as the buzzer sounds.
Arkansas closes the first half on a 6-0 run. So good in transition. Zubin and helpers, and he's got the ball here to start the second half. Floater, yes sir! Up top to Billy Richmond III.
So goes this screen roll action. They're bringing a lot of people into the fold, but the corner man, Billy Richmond, with a spirited cut as the rotation comes over from John Jones Jr. A really good job, and they're going to have to make some adjustments and be a little bit more physical at the point of attack in these ball screen coverages.
Billy Richmond III with a clear lane, drops it in with the left hand. And so Richmond and others getting some more playing time. 4 to shoot. Hubbard to look at the clock. Fadeaway jumper on the baseline, rattles it home.
Can this team play with all players at their supreme level of confidence and talent?
Jones lob too heavy for Ballard, but a chore, right place, right time. Thomas pull up.
Thomas here is 6'5". He got Hubbard right there. One bounce, he pulls up. He doesn't even see the contest as he shoots that one right over the.
Coming off a loss to Kentucky and a long bye week, who's going to be ready to play in this game. They have not lost back-to-back games all year, as that is sent out of bounds by Quincy Ballard.
Arkansas is still in the regular season hunt. It's a team, as they can get healthy, they have the ability that you do not want to be matched up with them. As you can see, Jabari McGee lines one up right there, and that's a big shot for Mississippi State.
And now Acuff in transition, where he is so dangerous. Pitch back Thomas downtown. Hubbard, great read, and the hammer by Ballard.
When they step up in the adjustment on that pass, dropping it off the Ballard, and a strong finish.
Brazil, no look pass. Richmond with the double clutch. 16-point Mississippi State deficit, ties the largest of the game. Acuff extends the lead.
Phenomenal. When Acuff came off that screen being set, drop coverage being applied, he rises up and strokes it.
Another fantastic move by Quincy Ballard. Back-to-back dunks. Now can they string together stops? Arkansas shooting 53% from the floor.
Well, Mississippi State changing up this defense.
Pringle cuts and delivers the jam. On a dime by Trevin Brazil.
That's gorgeous basketball. To not only be in consideration for the freshman of the year, but the player of the year in the conference. He's a really good player, and you see he's been on fire from the opening night for the Razorbacks.
Go see Malik Ewan back into the game after he was on the bench warming his shoulder. Hubbard's floater is good.
An out of bounds opportunity for Arkansas. They can dial up some action to get a clean look.
Acuff. Scoop shot blocked by Matsura. 2-on-1 here. Hubbard. Blow by was blocked by Billy Richmond III.
Block. Billy Richmond going up top.
Thomas turns the quarter. Floater no. Richmond III yes. Back out Brazil. Oh, what a finish by Trevon Brazil.
And the hang time. Is it able to go up top?
Matsura with a jam.
His team's playing top-level ball right now.
Acuff frees himself and knocks down a three. Another 20-point performance for Darius Acuff Jr., his fourth of Chris Jan's teams.
Well, his teams have had to take a little bit of a change in play style. And you can see another strong basket cut by Billy Richmond III. When Jans came into the league, his teams were known for their tough, grind-out defensive work, and he had a strong interior player like Tolu Smith that commanded a double team. That allowed them to slow down the pace of play, grind out victories, and get things done.
Turnover. Seeley steps it through and kisses it off the window, and the freshman has been excellent. From the state of Arkansas, played at Springdale High School. Basket interference. They will count the bucket for Jamarion Davis.
Fleming, but a better finish right here in transition by Seeley. Beautiful footwork and finesse in transition. This kid right.
Hubbard catch and shoot, three off the mark. Here comes Acuff. Numbers up ahead to Seeley. Lays it in.
Well, you see this kid right here, number 30 in white, is immensely talented.
A chore, swatted by Brazil. A chore follows it up with a dunk.
And when they let it go, you're standing and watching the next man operate. Get the ball, get it out your hands, and cut and screen for someone else.
King Grace with the hammer. Put Brazil on a poster.
But on the other side, going up top, Grace with the strong finish for the phenomenal work. And that's a decisive move right there. As he's been hesitant several possessions, he's growing up right there with a big-time move.
And Brazil unfazed, right back the other way with 2 this afternoon. Inside a chore, breakdown defensively underneath, and John Calipari pointing it out. And he said he had never experienced anything like that before. Always interesting to be the head coach returning to your former school, regardless of how you exited. Basket interference. They'll count the bucket for Mississippi State. 79-61 with 3:45 to go.
Definitely started out the gate with a lot of promise in conference play. 2-0 and a really good start. And there you see Jaden Epps lining one up.
Acuff with another 20-point performance, his 4th in a row. Inside Brazil, backdoor feed to Pringle to beat the horn.
They've been going lob all night long, and there you see the skill set of Brazil putting that one on the deck in the hands of Pringle with the catch and finish.
Hubbard in the mid-range. Epps, catch and shoot, no. Rebound effort ripped away by Malik Thomas. 3-on-2. Acuff takes it himself and rejected by Hubbard.
This is where you can challenge yourself if you're Mississippi State.
Acuff unchallenged, getting to the rim. Arkansas will improve to 17-6, 7-3 in the league. With still some huge games. Excellent performance tonight despite the absences of Carter Knox and DJ Wagner. As a college basketball head coach, 10-0 and 22-1 all time against Mississippi State.
Well, the Arkansas Razorbacks looking strong from start to finish. A really good showing by this squad, looking poised for the rest of the SEC season to make a lot of noise.
Back at the hump in Starkville, Matt Schumacher, Richard Hendricks, the superstar freshman Darius Acuff Jr., fresh off his 4th straight 20-point performance. Darius, this team has not lost back-to-back games all year. Coming off a loss to Kentucky, it felt like to us that you played with a renewed sense of urgency, not just you, but the whole team. Take us through what the last week has been like for Arkansas basketball.
Yeah, it's been tough. We had a couple of days off, so we got a lot of work in practice. Got some time to think back, and we just had to change our game plan. We know we got to be more tougher on defense, so that was just the game plan coming in.
Well, Darius, you played with a lot of spirit, but talk about the way that you played with so much poise. You were reading the game perfectly, assisting, throwing the ball with lobs up top, and shooting it with a lot of confidence. Talk about how that felt and what you saw.
I feel like that's my job as the point guard, to read the game and just stay poised. Like if I'm not rattled, I know my team not gonna be rattled. So just staying poised and making sure we, like I always say, I want to come out with the win. So that's the biggest thing for me.
This team just feels like, and again, there's a lot of young players on this team, yourself included, Malik Thomas. It just feels like game after game, particularly in SEC play, there's more continuity, more chemistry. Do you feel that yourself as the point guard?
Yeah, I feel like every day is growing. Not even in games. I'm talking about like off the court, practice, daily. It's growing. We're coming together as a team, and it's only going to get bigger. We're going to stay together as the year go on.
You have a lot of players out with injuries right now, but how good can this team, with the confidence that you saw from role players coming in today in extended minutes, how good can y'all be on the back stretch in SEC play with a full roster?
Yeah, we can be very good, man. You saw Isaiah Sealy came in today, made a big impact. So just to see him come in, we was all happy for him. And like you said, we down two guys, but we just wanted to come through for them. And when they get back healthy, we're going to be even more together.
20-point win for Arkansas, 24 points for Darius Acuff Jr.